Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be super relaxed. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to be testing out some makeup products. They are not specifically new to the market. They are new to me. Some of them are newer to the market. And I'm going to show you my initial reaction, my thoughts, my review, how it applies to the skin, how other products apply on top of them, all that type of thing. So if you guys are interested in seeing me test out new products, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so as you can see, I do have a few active spots on my face at the moment. I've been breaking out like crazy and I don't know why it's driving me nuts. But because we're going to be trying out the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream Foundation today, which is one of Becca's original foundations, I've just never gotten around to trying it. It's the original foundation. So since we're using that, I figured that we should try it along with their primers, which I already have and love. I just want to see how they work with each other. So I'm actually going to go in with this one first. This is the Firstlight priming filter, and I'm going to use this to add some hydration to the skin. And then what we'll do is we'll go in with the backlighting filter just on the highest points of my face to add some luminosity. So I'm going to take about half a pump of it on my beauty blender, and I'm just going to put this on the highest areas of my face. Okay, so I have the foundation in the shade Noisette, and this is a full coverage foundation. It says that it has the ultimate coverage with a surprisingly weightless and breathable formula, and it has a perfectly balanced distribution of pigment and water at highly unique concentration. Allows the formula to adapt to all skin types. It's lightweight, oil-free, creates a second skin effect of undetectable flexible coverage with natural long weight finish. Okay, so it's basically saying the same thing a few times. It's 21% pigment, 22% water. So let's see how this feels and looks on the skin. I'm taking one pump of the foundation on the back of my beauty blender. By the way, I love a beauty blender to apply my foundation, but I cannot stand the black one. For me, I feel like it's just too soft. I know that its intent is meant to be used for skincare versus using it with a foundation, but so many people have said it smells like paint. It has that paint scent that some foundations can have. Oh, it reminds me of the smell of the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. Anyways, I know that a lot of people like the Black Beauty Blender for their foundation. They say that it's a lot softer and all that stuff, but I actually find that because it is so much softer, it is harder to blend out the foundation. Like a little amount doesn't go as far because it absorbs more, and I feel like when I'm blending, it squishes too much. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I prefer the pink ones. So this foundation blended out super easily. Wow. I love the shade match. It's a perfect shade match for me. I think that the coverage is good, but I would not say that it is the ultimate coverage. Like, it definitely covered up some hyperpigmentation that I had here, but I could still see the redness peeking through from this spot right here. I could see the hyperpigmentation peeking through from this one right here, and a little redness from this one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smallest amount, and I'm going to try and build it up just in those areas where I would need a little bit more coverage. I'm going to do around my nose as well. Okay, so the coverage is 100% buildable. It's amazing. It just covered the darkest pigmentation that I have on my face right here. Did a really good job of that. And it doesn't feel heavy at all. I don't actually feel like I'm wearing any foundation on my skin right now, which is incredible because I don't like that feeling. So now I just want to look at it up close in the mirror. It definitely doesn't look undetectable completely. Like, I can definitely tell that I do have foundation on, but it's not super heavy looking. And I think that the reason why I could see it is because my skin is just a little bit drier now. It's been a little bit more dry in LA, but it's not creasing or anything like that yet either, which I really like. Okay, so I just quickly filled in my brows because they were driving me nuts, but next what we're going to try out is the new Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra-Longwear Concealer. I have it in 2 shades. I have it in the shade 2W and 3W because I wanted one that's going to be as close to my skin tone as possible and then one to brighten up the area a little bit. So I'm first going to go in with shade 3W, and I actually have been testing this out as a spot concealer the past few days, and I have noticed that if I use it on its own, just on my bare skin, it looks like it matches my natural skin tone completely when I blend it out on the face, but then after a few hours it does oxidize a lot, and you can see exactly where the concealer is. Even though it is blended out, because it oxidizes, you can then detect it on the skin. So I wouldn't recommend using this concealer as a spot concealer just on your face or just on your eyes. I think that it should probably be worn over foundation. I haven't tried it over foundation yet. I want to see how it blends out and how it wears. So I'm just layering the 2 shades. I put the darker one just a little bit lower, and I'm using the lighter one to highlight. So I just sprayed my sponge a little bit with MAC Fix Plus, and now I'm just going to blend this concealer out. It does a great job of blending out while still packing on the coverage. A lot of the time when you're blending out concealer, especially with a sponge, you'll lose a lot of the coverage. And sometimes it's because you're swiping instead of pushing. Other times it's because the concealer just doesn't have the best blending ability. But this one has great coverage, super easy to blend, and it still doesn't look heavy under the eye area. The formula of the concealer is not super liquidy. It is a little bit more dry. It's not thicker, it's just a little bit drier, so it's not as wet, and that is going to help with the coverage. When you have a more liquidy concealer, a lot of the times it can be a little bit more lightweight in coverage. So this is a good thing. It's not sticky or anything like that. Ooh, it does dry down pretty quickly, so I would maybe not put it all over your face while you're blending out different areas. I would do one area at a time. I think I had enough time to blend out both of my under eyes, but this little section underneath my chin and on my nose definitely dried down. So I'm really liking how that's looking, and it doesn't leave a super matte finish. There's still a nice natural luminosity to the skin after I have concealed, so I'm really liking that. Now I'm going to see how it looks after I've set it. For setting powder, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And since they are both Laura Mercier, I assume that they are made to work well with each other. So let's see how they look. So I'm not going to leave the powder on for too long. I'm actually going to dust it off right away. And I'm first going to kind of push the powder in, and then I'm going to fluff off the excess. So I am really liking my base makeup right now. I think that everything looks so good, especially the foundation. I think that even with everything that I put on top of it, it's not looking heavier by any means. It looks really good. My under eye area is looking a little bit dry, but that might just be because my skin is a little bit drier, because it's more dry on this eye than it is on this eye, and I want to see how the powder and the concealer kind of melts into the skin before I judge it too hard. Okay, so I quickly just threw on some mascara, and next we're going to be trying out the new bronzers from Becca. This is the Sunlit Bronzer in Bronzed Bondi. The packaging on the newer bronzers are more brown and glossy and golden on the lid. Their original packaging looks like this. It's more of a gray matte with a silver lid. So that's what the new bronzer looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and load up my brush a little bit, and I'm going to start bronzing up my skin. There's no scent to it. I thought that there was. Ooh, so far I'm really loving this color a lot. There's a beautiful red undertone to it, which is perfect for a bronzer for my skin tone, because when I get tan, I do tend to have a little bit of a red hue to my skin, so it looks very natural. And here's just an application tip when your skin is a little bit drier. push the product onto the skin first, and then very lightly, you may even want to hold your brush further back so you have a lighter hand, very lightly do some buffing circular motions, because if you just go straight in with the buffing motions, you're gonna be kind of like disrupting the drier skin on your face, and the product might not catch everywhere. I have that problem a lot, so I like to kind of like push the product all over the skin first, and then I'll go in and blend it out. Now, especially when you have a color like this that does have a red undertone to it, and it's going to look like a natural tan, you really want to make sure that you hit your neck as well, so that it doesn't look like you just tanned a certain area of your face, but your body has a bit of color too. So you want to make sure that you get your neck. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to very lightly go over just the tip of my nose, just to bring some of that color there, and I'm going to actually contour it with a different shade to add a little bit of dimension. So next up, I have a blush to try by Ofra. This is their blush in Bellini. I have never tried anything really from Ofra. This is the first face product that I've tried. I've tried liquid lipsticks, that's about it. This is a beautiful peachy pink blush. I love it. It is definitely very powdery. I'm noticing that right away. I'm just going to go ahead and place this a little bit further back on my cheeks. I like this blush also because it is a matte blush, and right now, since I do have some texture on my cheeks, I don't want to put a shimmery highlight or a luminous blush. I just want to keep everything matte, and I'm loving the color of this. It's just a beautiful natural flush of color to the skin. I'm liking this. So far I'm liking everything that I used today, and that never happens. Okay, so I'm quickly just going to take a little bit of Fix Plus again, just on the sides of my face so that all the powders melt into each other. And the last thing that I'm going to be testing out is this trio from Charlotte Tilbury, and I have 3 shades here. I have the Queen, which is a beautiful berry pink, and it looks like it's a satin formula. It's not a full matte. Then I have Legendary Queen, which is a beautiful red shade. This looks like it is a blue toned red. That's pretty. And then I have the shade The Duchess, which looks like it is a mauve pink, and that one is more of a sheen. These ones are a little bit, like, they're not full mattes, but they definitely are more matte than this one. I think I'm actually going to go with this pink one today just because my makeup is a lot more natural and I don't want to go in with such a bold lip. This is a really pretty color. I don't know if I like it on me, but I really like the color and I really like the formula. It's really comfortable, not sticky, not too slippery. I'm liking it. And then one last product that I quickly just want to mention is this new product by Sommerville. This is their Cold Cream. This is a moisturizing cleanser slash makeup remover. And I've been using this the past couple times that I have been wearing makeup. And first of all, it smells so good. And it left my skin feeling so moisturized, and it did a really good job at removing my makeup. It was also very gentle. So what I did when I used it is I used it obviously on a dry face, and look how it just kind of melted all that lipstick off literally instantly. And then you can totally just use water to rinse it off, but I'm going to show you what it does with a damp towel. It literally just wipes right off instantly. It's gone. And then my skin is nice and moisturized after, like you can see the difference. The smell, I just love products that smell good too. So that has been great. Like, oh, literally the difference in feeling of my skin, it's crazy. So that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and let me know in the comments, please, what you would like to see in the future, because it's been very difficult for me recently to come up with video ideas. I feel like everything has just been there, done that. So if you have any specific ideas of videos that you want to see me do, then please help me out and let me know in the comments section. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.